You're watching Win This Listing, where 3 real estate agents compete for a chance to sell a home in the very hot San Diego market. It could get ugly.
Causing a ruckus and it's disturbing.
It could get awkward.
I've actually stalked him on Facebook a little bit.
But it's bound to be tons of fun.
Oh, Lord.
There's only one agent can win this listing. Because there's such low inventory and yet high demand, the San Diego housing market has become a dream for home sellers. Today, we're helping Paige and Justin McCabe. Both are teachers in the San Diego school districts and new parents.
We have a lot going on with Justin's new business and a baby. It's tough being a landlord still with all of these responsibilities.
If we could turn that around and in all honesty, we'd really make an offer on this house.
Here's the prize. This 500 square foot condo with 1 bedroom and 1 bath is right in the heart of Hillcrest, one of the most desirable neighborhoods in all of San Diego. Any real estate agent would consider this property to be a gem. So the McCabes have bought and sold real estate before, so they know what it's like working with a realtor, and they haven't exactly had good experiences in the past.
We've seen that if you're with the wrong agent, sometimes it's not a good fit and it can cause more stress than really that's needed.
Fortunately, on Win This Listing, we handpick vetted agents who, believe me, know their stuff. The 3 agents battling for this condo: the champ, Elizabeth Story, Big Daddy, Brian Garrity, and the wild card, Hedda Parashos. Elizabeth Story is the 8-time champ of the real estate debate, and she's a very knowledgeable, well-rounded agent.
Been in the industry for 14 years. I started out in lending and transitioned to real estate. I treat every listing like it's my only listing. So that means things like going through the property with a fine-tooth comb, finding hidden aspects, and talking about every single positive aspect of the property that there is to know. And my cat.
Was it in the shot?
You could hear
Yeah.
I could hear it. I saw it.
Big Daddy is a heavy hitter, and he's a longtime resident of Hillcrest. He brings a lot of experience to the table.
If there's one thing that people need to know about me, is that I'm a straight shooter, and you're gonna get the truth when you come to me. I know this property better than the other agents that are vying for this listing because I've been in and around Hillcrest for the last 30 years, president of Age Walk, president of the center. I know Hillcrest. Top that off with all the knowledge I have in real estate, and you've got a win-win.
And Hedda? Well, we wanted to replicate what it's like to find an agent on Zillow, so we did a search there and found Hedda. And eventually we found out she was just a little camera shy.
Chest out.
Master.
Can I look at my note again? Sorry. Hi, my name is Hedda Parashos. I am the owner of Palisade Realty. In the past 4 years, our company has sold over 230 homes. More than 120 of those homes I've sold myself. I am super excited to be on the show, and I can't wait to win this listing.
Awesome. I hope we got that.
Pricing a home is the most difficult thing that real estate agents do, and a lot of times it's not as straightforward as people might think that it is. So where are they getting this number from? Are they pulling it out of their arse? For the most part, yes. The reason why pricing is so important is because if you price a home too high, it can become a stale listing. That's the worst thing that can happen. People will say, oh, that person wants too much. They won't even go look at it. If you price the home too low, you may end up getting a lot of activity, but leaving a lot of money on the table at the same time. So pricing this home is going to be really important for these agents, just like it always is. On Win This Listing, we have our homeowners interview 3 agents because you never know what you're going to get from these agents. It's important to get different opinions of value so that you can see and compare and contrast. A lot of times, one agent to the next, it could be $10, $20, $30, $40, $50,000 difference in what they think the home is worth. And you need to know why. We already know the location of this property is bomb. But what does the inside look like? Is it a piece of crap? Today, we find out if this property is everything the McCabes have told us it is.
So there is one curveball happening right now. I actually have not spoken to the tenant who currently occupies the condo that we're going to film. So I don't know if we're actually going to be able to get into this property today or not. Hope for us that he does at least leave the door unlocked.
We already know the location of this property is bomb. But what does the inside look like? Is it a piece of crap? We find out if this property is everything the McCabes have told us it is. Well, welcome to the tropics of Hillcrest.
I was gonna say, this is feeling a little tropical.
Yes.
I'm getting a little tropical vibe here.
It is, it's nice.
It's a great area though. I mean, you're walking distance to so many things. This is my old stomping ground, so I absolutely love this area.
Nice.
Yes.
I love Hillcrest, one of my favorite neighborhoods
Yeah,
of all time.
you and everybody else, right?
Yes.
That's why these places are so expensive. It's pretty crazy. Aren't they talking about maybe building Hillcrest up?
Yes, they
Is that
are.
something that's going on
They're
right now?
talking about taking downtown and extending it to uptown.
Are you ready to go check it out?
I'm ready to check it out.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
We're ready.
All right, let's do it. Zazoom!
Wow.
I love the granite countertops.
Open balcony here, which I think is fantastic. I really do.
Look at this crown molding. Oh,
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
And big old bonus, a washer and dryer right here.
It's huge, right?
Oh, washer and dryer. That's
right.
a huge plus.
Right?
Yeah.
It's huge.
College days are over.
And it's in a good spot because if you want to sleep in your bedroom, it's not going to rattle your bed all night because it's in the kitchen. You rattle your bed all night.
I love all the built-in shelves. Very nice. Oh, hey, they carried their crown molding all throughout here.
Of course, I was extremely nervous because it was our first shoot day for this brand new show, and everything was just going perfectly. And then, this freaking guy.
They're out here with television cameras. They're causing a ruckus and they're disturbing me.
This is one of the challenges when you buy a condo. Your neighbors is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. The thing was, he wouldn't leave us alone.
Oh, shut up. The only thing I want from you is the name of the person who said you could come in.
Okay, right there.
This is one of the reasons why I usually advise people not to buy condos.
So can you come and get these people off the
A
ground?
legit closet. This really seems bigger than 500 square
I know.
feet.
Does it feel like 500 square feet?
No, it feels bigger.
Feels bigger, right?
Definitely feels bigger.
The appraiser's gonna be here at 11. The appraiser's gonna be here at 11. The appraiser just left. You know, in these small places too, I think sometimes it makes sense to. The appraiser's gonna be here at 11.
I love the cabinet, the color, and the finishes. It's really nice.
Yeah.
And the shower, it's beautiful.
This is easy.
I hope they don't mind us sitting on their nice furniture here. This unit has full privacy, which I love. If your freak number is 10 or above, I guess this unit really would fit for you.
It's very quiet.
In here, isn't it?
It's very
Listen to
quiet.
that. Okay, we get it. It's quiet in there, but what do the realtors really think? Specifically, how much will this place sell for?
Coming up, we find out how a crazy neighbor can ruin your sale and how much each agent thinks the home will sell for. Stick around for more Win This Listing. With a 125-year legacy of integrity, service, and leadership, First American Title Insurance Company combines in-depth knowledge of the San Diego market with the national reach and strength of one of the largest title insurers in the U.S. First American Title's experienced team in San Diego pride themselves in providing the highest quality customer service and products to local real estate professionals, including comprehensive title insurance coverage and professional services for real estate purchases, construction, refinances, and equity loans. For more information, visit firstam.com/title. That's firstam.com/title. Head of Parashos, Brian Garrity, and Elizabeth Story. Three of San Diego's top real estate agents battle for the McCabes condo in this hot housing market. Inventory is low, demand is high, and it's anyone's game. The agents have walked through the property, and I'm dying to find out what their listing prices are for this 500 square foot condo in Hillcrest.
Big Daddy,
Talk to me.
I gotta ask you the big question. Price, what do you think?
I'm going to preface it by saying I've done some initial research on this place without having been inside and without having seen it. $350.
Whoa, $350 for Big Daddy. That's big. You think that's an aggressive price? Do you think it'll potentially sell for more than that, or do you think that's right at the mark?
I think it's aggressive and very close to the mark. So I say $350 is a fair number, and it would probably give us potential to move it quickly.
I'm thinking around $249.
I'm sorry, how much? $249. Huh? Okay. And do you think it'll sell quickly at $249, or do you think that's just the right market price?
I think that's just the right price. It would probably generate multiple offers.
Okay. So that would be an aggressive price. Seems low.
That would be if the seller wants to sell it now, that would be the price.
Well, you know, I have to tell you, I'm not sure yet. See, this was the first time I was seeing it, so I needed to see the condition and the amenities.
Elizabeth, that's a cop-out. Boy, if she wasn't so pretty.
And I discovered hiding behind this entertainment center a nice fireplace.
Interesting.
Yes.
Fireplace back there?
Did you know that?
No.
So
Wow.
that's something, if I win this
That's
listing,
huge.
I want to very much show off.
No kidding, right?
Because
We
you
can
don't
stage
find
it?
fireplaces in all these types of units.
What a crazy day. I mean, we've had everything today. Near car accidents, crazy neighbors. I'm still a little shaky from the neighbor stuff. So overall, it was a good day though. I mean, it's only 500 square foot place, so it wasn't like it was difficult to show people the place or take a lot of time.
All right, that's the whole thing.
I think the agents definitely differentiated themselves from a pricing standpoint. They all answered the pricing question way differently. I mean, we heard $350, we heard $250, and we heard I don't know yet. So that's the main thing with this property, is who is going to come up with the right price that makes the homeowner realize that they know what they're doing, but that they're not trying to buy the listing or undercut it. Well, now we know the players. We know the stakes, which are very high. It's time for me to have a heart-to-heart with the McCabes. I've got some really good news for them, but I also have some really bad news. Specifically, the neighbor who's crazy as shit. And I don't mean like I have 10 cats crazy. I mean like I want to eat pancakes on Mars with elephants crazy. Okay guys, so we went and looked at the condo this week and we showed it to all the real estate agents. So I have some good news and some bad news. The good news is this property is a gem, okay? There's nothing on the market like it. It's gonna sell extremely fast. It's probably gonna sell for more than we're even expecting it to sell for. The bad news is there's a crazy neighbor in the complex. Do you have any concerns about the neighbor situation? Does that worry you guys at all?
It does worry me because I don't want this crazy guy to ruin our opportunity for a buyer.
Will that play a factor ultimately in the sale of the property? It would only if the person decided to act out during a showing. Or something like that, or an open house. That could cause problems. And hopefully we can overcome that with choosing the right real estate agent. But back to the good side, there's nothing like this for sale with a 10-block radius. I mean, in the heart of Hillcrest, there's nothing under $500,000 within 10-block radius. Wow. We toured the property with all the agents, and they were all blown away. They were all blown away by how well laid out it is, how big it feels for only being 500 square footish, and the location, just how close it is to so many good things, so many happening things in the Hillcrest area. So we're very excited to put this property on the market and see what happens, and I think you guys are going to be really pleased.
Coming up, each agent will make their pitch to the McCabes, and the first round of eliminations.
Brian?
You might be surprised who gets taken out first.
Oh hey, what's up guys? Derek Evans here from Win This Listing. Buying a home in a hot market like this one can be really difficult, but it can be made especially difficult if you don't have a great lender. At Win This Listing, we recommend Sean Cahan, the mortgage geek. He knows everything there is to know about mortgages, works more and harder than anyone I've ever seen. If you want to buy a home or refinance your current home, call Sean Cahan, the mortgage geek. He'll take care of you like nobody else will.
Welcome back to Win This Listing. Our three real estate agents, Elizabeth, Brian, and Hedda, are vying to win this listing in Hillcrest.
I need some cash.
Yes, I'm very excited. I barely slept last night.
Okay, so here are the rules. To keep things fair and to keep the agents from grandstanding, each agent only has 30 minutes with the McCabes. Most agents, especially the good ones, will come to a listing presentation very well prepared. They'll have a lot of paperwork with them, a lot of information for the homeowners, and they'll have a very good idea about what they're going to do to sell the property. Today's the day. We're going to select an agent today, so you'll get to meet him today for the first time too, which is actually it's interesting because a lot of people in real estate rely on relationship in order to get business. And in this structure, in the structure of the show, they don't have that opportunity. It has to be more fact-based, it has to be more value-based, which is part of the good thing about this show, what it does for you. The other good thing is today you really can't go wrong, because no matter which agent you choose, they're gonna work their butts off for you, because they're gonna know that we're gonna be calling them, we're gonna be following up with them later to find out how everything went. So you really, nothing can go wrong today, basically. Or at least, so we think.
We hope.
So we think nothing can go wrong.
It's been 2 weeks since the initial walkthrough for the agents, and they've had some time to research and determine their final estimates for the condo's listing price. The champ is up first. Welcome to the hot seat. Elizabeth knows that since the real estate crash, the desirability of one-bedroom, one-bath condos is low. She also takes into account the current tenant in the condo has a tricky schedule to work with, so Elizabeth is suggesting a lower listing price to get offers in and sell the condo fast.
Good news is that the comps and the most recent comps are strong in the last month. So we have an upward trend in your neighborhood. And what will be very interesting to do is to see how these shake out. I want to sell yours in under 30 days. And then what I'll do is I'll schedule a mega open house, which will be perfect for your situation, especially with a tenant who has funky hours. That people are registered, they already know that they're attending, and then we have as many people in and out on that day. And even to create some excitement and almost like an auction effect, we say reviewing offers on the Monday after.
Elizabeth, this all sounds great, but what are you going to do about the crazy neighbor?
I heard.
The neighbor
Yeah. So I think that what you were talking about is like doing like a mega open house, and that's like one concern. Like he might be a wild card and ruin that open house.
Can we have someone take him to lunch?
Right? I don't know. I personally
Not gonna be
never
me.
met him.
I would try to win him over. I mean, I would knock on his door with a box of chocolates and ask him if there's any way that I can make it easier for him, and if I can remove him from the situation, if he'd be willing to let me do that.
Wildcard Hedda, our Zillow agent, shows the McCabes 3 different price points and asks them to choose.
I'm here to do what's best for you. And I will tell you, I'm here to work with what you want. It's not what I want. And so I give you 3 different pricing. Again, I do understand your situation and when you purchase it. So I went out of my way to just go ahead and give you a discount on my commission.
Typically, when an agent offers you a discount on their commission right away, it's a big red flag. It's not a good thing. I know Hedda probably meant it very genuinely and she's trying to do something nice, but typically, if someone offers a discount to their commission right up front, it's a really bad sign.
And if I would represent the buyer as well, then I will reduce it even more.
Oh, wow, okay.
I do have network of international buyers. In fact, I already have 2 buyers that's interested. One is ready to write an offer.
Well, Elizabeth and Hedda are neck and neck. Now it's time for Big Daddy to join the race.
Well, welcome. Welcome to your beautiful house.
Welcome to you.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Big Daddy had the highest estimate for the condo at $350,000, but he's backpedaled a little since the initial walkthroughs. And even though the McCabes don't know about this, they're still just as suspicious of Brian's high offer.
Here's
I
what
guess
I'm balancing
why do
out.
you feel like you can get that price?
Because I think most people are going to want to price your place in the 2s or the high 2s, is my guess. But I feel like you've got some selling points here, and I'm willing to work to get you that number, period. I know I can get you $324,900. I will bust my tail to get you $324,900, period. But I don't want to overlist a property on price. I want you to be happy at the end of the day. And $324,900 is already going to be, we're going to have to put all good feet forward and not skip a beat. I'm talking about the minute I'm hired, I am going to let everybody know about this listing. Everybody.
Well, Big Daddy stands by his high listing price, but have the McCabes fallen for it?
Elizabeth?
Find out right after this.
Hey there, Derek Evans here from Win This Listing. You know, most people don't realize that you have a choice when it comes to choosing your escrow company when you buy or sell a home. Well, you do, and that choice matters. I recommend 5-Star Escrow. And remember, if you want 5-star service, there's only one place to go. That's 5-Star Escrow. Tell your agent about them.
Welcome back to Win This Listing. Buckle up, it's elimination time.
Well, by now the McCabes have heard it all. Elizabeth wants to list the property at $270,000, low, but creating an auction effect. Wildcard Hedda Parashos gave them 3 different listing prices to test the market. And Big Daddy goes big with $324,900 because he really believes in this condo. Okay. I've confirmed with the McCabes who it is that they would like to eliminate first. Brian, you're safe. In the future, I don't know if I will put someone through that. Yeah, I will. I heard both of your presentations. I think you both did an outstanding job. Unfortunately, at this point, only one person can go on. And Elizabeth, that person is you. Hedda, I'm sorry, you've been eliminated.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awkward. It's time to cut throats. The remaining two agents have 1 minute to win over the McCabes and the chance to sell their 500 square foot condo in Hillcrest. There's a lot of money on the line. Let's see what happens.
Okay, thank you for today. I'm a firm believer in what you put out, you get back. And I didn't mention that for 6 years I've been on Channel 6 as a real estate expert for them. I've done Smarter San Diego TV, and I do a radio show every week. Those are extra credentials that I wanted you to know. I also am ingrained in Hillcrest. I have contacts that are going to go back all the way to 1985. People that Elizabeth, love her to death, she's amazing, but will not have those kind of contacts, will not have those kind of connections. And to prop up that price and get it where we want it to be, it's going to take having those kind of contacts, having those kind of connections, and thinking about what's going to appeal to these people the most to drag them in and get them to buy. I feel comfortable. Appraisals are all subjective, so I feel very comfortable with the price that I put. My reputation's on the line. I would not put a number out there that I didn't feel comfortable getting.
The figures I've got right now are right around 70. That doesn't include any overbidding. And there's some variables, you know, if we decide to stage, what the cost is, if we do some of those incentives that I was talking about and what we decide that those are. And that's something, provided that you hire me, we'd obviously work together and you're in control. I'm here to guide you and be your advisor, but you get the ultimate say. So your profit's right around 70, and again, that doesn't include any overbidding. Just to reiterate why I think I'm the best agent for the job is because I'm going to go over the property with a fine-tooth comb. All my marketing is going to talk about every single good aspect of the property, and I'm going to market it to a wide audience and try to be sensitive of your tenant situation and hopefully get it sold as fast as possible. And one thing when it comes to price, it's always better, as you said, to underprice and overprice, because you can always get bid up, but it's really hard to have a price drop and then people kind of smell the blood in the water and then you start getting bid down. So that would be my strategy for you.
And now the McCabes have a very tough decision to make. It's down to Big Daddy Brian Garrity and the champ, Elizabeth Story. Both experts in their own right, they've both done a great job. But only one of them can win this listing. Let's see who the McCabes choose.
So Elizabeth, Brian, this is a really tough decision for us, and we first of all really appreciate your time coming and talking to us and all the time you put into preparing your presentations. Brian, you're clearly an area expert. You know, at 324.9, we're excited to potentially list with you, but we're also concerned as to whether we would be able to sell it quickly and get that price. Brian, you win this listing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We're talking like my backyard when we're talking Hillcrest. I was worried a little bit about the price, but at the same time, I feel like if we are aggressive with the price and doing all the right things with the marketing plan and doing all the right things with the connections pre-MLS and really hype this property up, we're going to make this unit a special unit, one that people want to buy, that they want to pay for. And it's not something that just happens. You've got to make it happen.
Just the fact that he has all those connections and he could reach out to that community and before it goes on the MLS, it's going to be really beneficial for us.
That's huge, but the other thing, in all honesty, is part of the reason we're standing here and we're on the show is because we want to get top dollar for her property. We want to try and use this experience to our advantage and get the most we can. You know, go for the agent who thinks he has the greatest advantage in the market and can get us the most money for it.
Hey, what's up? This is super exciting. Just got a text from Paige and she's really pumped. Apparently they sold the condo in less than a week. So I've got to call Garrity now and find out exactly what it sold for. Big Daddy, what's up, man?
Okay, Brian, I got a text from Paige. I heard the good news. The condo's, I guess, under contract now?
Yes, we are under contract, and there is a 3 in front of that number.
Wow.
Yes, that's different than what they had been anticipating. So they're definitely excited, and we put it on the market on Friday of the week before, and we were in contract by Thursday morning.
Wow.
So it's really, really exciting.
Wow, that's $50,000 above the appraised value.
Right. So we did good. We did good.
In less than a week.
We started with the original offer, but we were able to push it up to 300. I really believed in that property, and I still do. And I think it's a great find. I'm so glad that the buyer who is purchasing it is as excited about buying it as they are about selling it.
Yeah, you love those win-wins, but man, that's amazing because when we had the appraisal 250, the other agents were thinking 260, maybe 270 at the most. You and I were pretty confident that it would go for 300 plus. So the fact that you got under contract for 300 in less than a week, that's a big deal for the McCabes. I mean, that's a big difference as far as the amount of money they're going to deposit in their account. Well, let me just say thank you to you. Of course, I knew you would do a great job. That's why we cast you on the show no matter what. But you really made us look good here, and the McCabes are super, super happy, which is what this is all about. So thank you so much for doing such a great job, my friend.
Are you kidding? Thank you. You're more than welcome, and I couldn't be happier. They're amazing people. You're amazing. The whole experience was amazing, and I just think it's going to be good for everybody that watches the program to start really getting an idea of what goes into getting the right kind of an agent.
Yeah, great stuff, my friend. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. I
Appreciate it, PG. Talk to you later. Episode 1 of Win This Listing, a huge success. The home sold for $50,000 above the appraised value. All that money going right into the McCabes bank account. If we do this every time, then everyone who's selling a home in San Diego is going to want to come on this show. I don't know if we're quite ready for that yet, but we're going to get ready for you.
Three real estate agents compete for a chance to sell a home in the very hot San Diego market.
Meet the homeowners, Russ and Susie.
Our kids are all grown up, and we replaced our children with dogs and chickens.
Watch Elizabeth break on set.
Good man.
I waited until you broke. And Frank attempts hypnosis. And John shuffles papers.
A couple things.
And I find my spirit animal. Find out which agent has what it takes to win this listing.